For the purposes of commemorating this, we have invoked a small signing ceremony of representatives of the European Union, representatives of the government of St. Lucia, and representatives of the participating training institutions, which also include our latest addition, the St. Lucia Hotel and Tourism Association Training Academy. So again, without much further ado, let me invite the ambassador to offer a few words.
The European Union and the member states have always placed a very significant pride and importance on our long-standing partnership with the government of St. Lucia and the people of St. Lucia. And I'd like to think that the citizens of this beautiful country know by now that over the years we have provided substantial amounts of grant funding and technical assistance to support St. Lucia government or different governments over the years in their efforts to improve the quality of lives of the people of this absolutely gorgeous country that I haven't had a chance to fully explore yet. Now we see a continuation of this long-standing partnership through this current program with the TVET Council and national private sector. So society is gradually coming to terms with how important vocational training is. We are big fans of that approach in Europe because it's a driving force of sustainable development in modern economy. So we are very excited to join forces with the government of St. Lucia in support of the reform of the TVET landscape in the country. Given the vulnerabilities and current fragility St. Lucia is actually continually exposed to, the improved alignment of education and training and exposure to experience in the labor market is an imperative. And therefore, we're very excited to have the 7 training institutions partnering with the private sector to create more opportunities. We heard Prime Minister this morning saying how difficult it is for young people these days to find job opportunities. So I'm very excited to be here for the signing ceremony in front of and together with my EU family. And I really hope that this helps as many young people as possible. Thank you.
So without much further ado, I welcome the Honourable Prime Minister to the podium to offer a few words. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Henry. The program will fulfill the following objectives. It will target unemployed vulnerable groups and train them for job placement and entrepreneurship. And today, we're going to target young people to be employed specifically in the tourism industry. And as you know, the industry, as I was saying to our friends this morning, probably accounts about 50% of GDP, if not more. But what's important is that we have to create an environment where the millions or so tourists who visit our island every year, we can keep more of that tourism dollar in St. Lucia. It's very important to us that we create the environment where more of that tourism dollar remains in St. Lucia. And it has to happen at many levels. At the level of using acceptable goods and services, and ensuring that at the highest level, the labor force is made up of St. Lucians who have the skill and the capability to remain at the highest heights of the economy. And this is why training is so important. And this is what we're going to be signing today. It's so important that we are going to be training young St. Lucians to give them the skills, the necessary skills, so that they can produce. Because the problem of unemployment is a scourge that affects all of us. It doesn't matter if we leave one point in St. Lucia and go and live somewhere else. That scourge is going to follow us. The scourge of social upheaval and the problems of crime will follow us if we do not find a way, to engage our young people, find a way to get them meaningfully employed. And the signing today where we are going to be engaging, I think it's about 100 young people in the industry directly, is ought to help us. And this is not the only level of engagement that we're going to have. We had engagement in seven different enterprises, 7 different areas where people are going to be trained, etc. So I'm very pleased and very excited to be here this morning. I think it's a step where the government and the private sector can get together. The government and the private sector can set the environment where we can work together. There is no conflict between the government and the private sector. The private sector, their role is to make profit for their shareholders, and the government's role is to create a better quality of life for the people. That's very, very simple. There's absolutely no conflict. And what as a government we want to do is to create an environment for the private sector to survive and make profit and employ more people and pay me more taxes. This is the environment that we want to create. So we have to have a workforce that is flexible, a workforce that is capable, and a country where the problems of crime are reduced. So I want to thank you for coming this morning. I want to thank the staff of the NAO and the staff of the Ministry of Education. The minister spoke to him this morning and he asked me to give his greetings in terms of the role that education is playing, or education has to play. I don't want to speak about my youth economy because I'll keep you here for a long time. So we'll engage at another time in the youth economy. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant day.